Well, I've been going through some of the Bryson DeChambeau speed training drills, and I've got 3 key tips that have helped me break through and gain speed. I'm going to share them with you today. Let's go. Hey everybody, welcome back to Golf Test Dummy, the channel where I use my game to help your game. We've already been through 1 complete cycle of the Bryson DeChambeau speed training drills. Today is week number 3 and we're going to go through the full 6 steps. We're going to run the whole thing back again, and this is going to be the 2nd time of cycling through all the steps. Last time I set my baseline of 92.2, broke through those speed records and hit 101.5 miles per hour club head speed. This time we have to set a whole new baseline and then smash it. And throughout the course of this video, at various times, I'm going to share 3 key tips with you that helped me to get through my own little speed barriers and break through my own glass ceiling that could possibly help you in your endeavors. Let me get warmed up and we'll get this thing cranked out. All right, so to set a baseline, I make 15 fairway finder drives. These are normal drives that I would use on the golf course. I don't want to go at them, but I don't want to cheat myself and sandbag here either. I want to set a really good baseline here because this is the basis for everything we're going to build after it. 15 drives, trying to find the fairway. Let's go. All right, so 15 drives are done. Just doing a little quick math. We're not focused on club head speed. We are collecting that information, but we're focused on ball speed. I've got an average of 138.5 on the ball speed and a club head speed average of 93.8. I told you during the course of this, I was going to give you 3 tips that helped me out. Tip number 1 is loose jellyfish from Alex Etches. I made fun of this and he makes fun of it. It's like a running joke in some of his videos, but the truth is that it really helped me out. If you think about the difference between hard and fast, they come from 2 different places in your brain. Hard is like trying to punch something hard, or you're trying to really throw your shoulder into a door to knock it down. That's hard. That would suggest that you tense your muscles up, but fast involves being loose and relaxed. You have to have trust and you have to have confidence. And the way that you get fast is to really not care so much about the results. You have to get rid of that and just think to be loose and swing it as fast as possible. On to step number 2, I've got to add 10 miles an hour to my ball speed. I was at 138.5. I've got to now go rapid fire and swing until I hit 148.5 ball speed. Oh my God. Let's go. Come on. $144. $144. 146. Best so far is 146.7. My 100th drive was 146 even. I've only got a little bit more to go. It's right there. Okay, that was step number 2. It's 148.1. I'm calling that good. All right, tip number 2. This one, you may have gleaned this one from just watching me out here swing. I've hit 114 drives now, just swinging my absolute guts out. And it took me that long to complete step number 2, which is really, I mean, come on, it's a really hard step. You got to jump 10 mile an hour ball speed like that at the blink of an eye, tip of a thing of a foot. Anyway, forget technique. Let your body learn and teach you. Don't try to fit in a box. What I mean by that is that, like me, with the single plane swing, there's technique and there's positions that you're supposed to hit. And when you come out and you try to swing really fast and hard, what you're going to end up doing is kind of breaking out of that, and you're going to find a much more, we'll call it natural swing out of it. It's your body's way of trying to figure out how to move as fast as you are begging it to move. You're trying to force it to move. So forget technique, forget about what little box you might fit in, and just try to swing fast. So step number 3, we've been through this before, is to drop down 5 miles an hour and maintain 5 miles an hour above your baseline. So my baseline was 138.5 for this week, so now I need to drop down to 143.5 and maintain that. All I really need is one shot at 143.5, and then I can go on to the next step. Step 3, done and dusted. That was really easy. It felt like I was swinging fairly easy. And one thing that I've done in the past is I take my foot off of the gas just too much. After swinging your guts out and really trying to hit those upper ones, to drop back down, you usually end up taking way too much off and you just swing too easy. So I still go after it, but it's a more effortless swing. The next step is 4. I'm supposed to go 8 miles an hour above the second baseline, which was 143.5. Now 8 onto that, 151.5. This is impossible. All right, got up to over 151. Step number 5 is I'm supposed to come down 3 miles an hour below that, which would give me 148. And then the final step, step number 6, is to go 2 miles an hour above that, ramp back up till I hit 150 and a half. So before we get to that, we're gonna do tip number 3. Number 3 is to make a practice swing that is as fast as possible before you strike the ball. This kind of ties in with number 2, to forget technique. But tip number 3, step back and make a practice swing and think about absolutely nothing except hearing the whoosh of that club. Woo, woo, and make it fast. Make it as fast as possible, faster than you even thought you were going to make it, and make it out toward the target. Don't hear the whoosh down at the ball. Don't hear the whoosh back here behind the ball. Hear the whoosh out in front of you, and make it whip, make it super fast. And then when you step over to hit the ball, don't miss a beat. Don't take too long. After you make that practice swing, come right back, flow into it, and then step right up and take it away and make that whoosh again. And this time the ball will get in the way. Practice swing. Just like that. Guys, I'm calling that a done deal. I did not complete the training tonight. Now, like I said earlier in the video, if you do this 2, maybe 3 times a week, you should certainly be able to progress and move through it. The fact that I've only done it one time this week and I got really close. I just missed steps 5 and 6. I pushed as much as I could. I've hit almost 200 drives out here tonight, and it's rapid fire. Just trying to kill myself. I've tried every trick I know in the book, and these tricks, these 3 tips that I gave you, they helped me last week to complete the all 6 steps, and they helped me get to where I got in this week's 6 steps. Without them, I would be further behind. I would not have probably been able to complete last week's mission. So try these 3 things. Try loose jellyfish. Remember, loose muscles move fast, and when you're trying to hit hard, your muscles get tense and tight. You don't want that. You want all the tension gone. Number 2, forget technique. Forget about trying to fit into some box. Forget trying to have this picture perfect swing or what you think you ought to look like. To hell with that. Let your body go where it goes. Let it do what it does. It will figure it out the best way that it knows how. And step number 3, just make that practice swing without the ball and focus on the whoosh. Make that whoosh sound and try and get it out in front of you and make it as fast as possible, and then step right up and whoosh. Try to make that same sound, and the ball getting in the way should just surprise you. Those 3 things, try them out. See if they help your speed. I'll be coming back again. We're going to continue the speed training. Next week, I will have another approach. I'll have some other things for you. We're going to take a look at a couple of other aspects, and we're going to see where my baseline is next week. It should be higher. Remember, I gained a couple miles an hour on my club speed. I gained several miles an hour on my ball speed. And tonight I broke through my personal best records. I had a couple where my club head speed was well up over 102. It was like 102.4, 102.3. There was a 101.9 in there. So my average club head speed is getting faster. My average ball speed is getting faster. Vast improvements. The more weeks I do this, the better and the further I can push it. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to leave me a like down below. Give me some comments. I could really use the encouragement. If you haven't subscribed, please do so, and click the bell off to the right so you're notified of all the videos and you don't miss them. Go back and check out the other videos in this series, and I will see you in the next video.